Hey guys, Enigma here, coming at you with another video today. I know this is not Enigma stuff. I did post a video yesterday about that, and it will continue next weekend. I love making those videos. But I really wanted to talk about something I'm very passionate about why I'm so big into console gaming and physical media. And it is by no means is it any disrespect to PC owners or PC gamers, because I do own one of these. I don't use it very often, just simply because most of the games I would play on this I own on console. But I'm glad I have it, and I'm not stupid. I know that eventually we're all going to have things revolving around PC. Microsoft wants it so bad they can't stand it. But to be completely fair and honest to everybody, the PC lot out there, you guys gave up your rights as game owners a long time ago. Uh, Not that I blame you. I love the convenience of being able to download the games that you want to play. I also completely understand that there's a lot of small developers out there with 1 to 2 person teams, less than 10, very small, that can't afford to have their games put on physical media, who cannot afford to have their games published on Blu-ray discs or the Nintendo cartridges or whatever. I completely understand. I completely empathize with that, and by no means am I throwing shade at anybody on anything. As far as I'm concerned, we're all gamers. We all are playing the same stuff. Just because someone chooses to do it on a Steam Deck or a PC doesn't make it any different to me than someone who does it on a PlayStation or Xbox. Okay? I think the whole argument is stupid. That being said, the big publishers out there are very much in favor of removing physical media completely from the market. And there are two major reasons why. But I have 3 reasons as to why two of the reasons, of course, are we need to keep it. And then there's a third reason that I don't think a lot of people really think about or understand. Okay? Now, this is not a rare game at all. But this is a reason why I believe in keeping physical media, and physical media needs to be there. This is From Russia with Love on the original Xbox. This game is 20 years old. Makes me feel really old. EA, after the success of GoldenEye on the N64, which was published by Nintendo got the rights to that game movie and made a game off of it with Rare. 007 blew up. The James Bond estate wanting for games blew up like crazy. So the licensing agreement came up, and EA bought it right away because they had the deepest pockets at that point. And this is the last game they did under that agreement. And there was a pretty good chance that Activision was going to outbid them for the rights to make more 007 games. So basically EA, the developers of EA, and this is smart, okay? This is very smart of them, not just business-wise, but also narrative-wise. They wanted to go out with the biggest bang they possibly could. And to be honest with you, Activision never really did anything as good as this game with the franchise, and they paid a lot more for it than EA did. Okay, but anyway, let's just this game came about because it was, like I said, they were about to lose the rights to it. So they went to Mr. Sir Sean Connery, that guy right there, and they said, Sir Sean, we want to make a game, a 007 game with you in it. What is your favorite Bond movie? What would you, if we were to make a game with you in it, what Bond movie would you want to be in? And he said, oh my God, of course, I love From Russia with Love. That's my favorite movie I was in as James Bond. So if you do a From Russia with Love game, I'd love to be in it. Ta-da! Here it is. Now, this game only exists physically. You can't download, well, you can download it. It's not legal. But you can't own this game. You can't go on Steam and find it. You can't go onto Xbox Store or PlayStation Store or Nintendo Store and find it. It's not there, and that's because once the rights to this game, the 007 ran out, they couldn't legally press any more discs. They couldn't legally put it on a digital store. They can't legally do it because the rights to the character still belong to several different entities. Okay, so let's just take a look and see if they had to remaster this game. If someone came along and said, you know what, I love From Russia with Love, I want to remaster this game. First of all, you got to go through EA. Okay, EA all day long. They made the game, the original game. If you're going to remaster it, you've got to go through EA. Second of all, you got to go through MGM. The guys who, that they're the little MGM lion right there. Oh, and guess who owns MGM now? That's Amazon. Plus, there's the estate of Ian Fleming, the guy who created James Bond. Got to go through that. And oh, by the way, yes, my family deserves a little bit of cheddar on that, so my estate should have a little bit of money. Because he's also in the game. It's his likeness and his voice. He's in the game. So to remaster this would be so expensive. And I'm not saying this is the greatest game of all time. I'm using this as a for instance, okay? Because there's a tons of games out there that are licensed like this that were pretty decent games. That in order for them to actually get it on to remaster it, the amount of people that have to go through just to get the rights to it would be insane. They would have to charge so much money for this. It wouldn't be worth it. But I don't have to worry about that because I own it right here. And it's not rare. I looked on eBay. It's about $20. You know, if you pay more than $20 for it, you're probably getting ripped off. But there's a second. That's the secondhand market, and that's the first. That's the thing right there that leads into the number one reason why your publishers want to get rid of physical media completely is because they don't have any control over the secondhand market. They have no control over it at all. And as long as they don't have any control, they're always going to want more control. And a great example of that is, of course, I got to talk about Ubisoft because you guys suck. But anyway, this is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's a great game. Great game. One of the best Assassin's Creed games that there is. This game was released years and years and years ago. I think there's, after that there was Ragnarok, there was Origins. You know, there's at least 4 Assassin's Creed games out there that have come out since this, okay? I was messing around on this little sucker today, just looking to see if there was anything I might want to play, you know, that I didn't have access to. And I do love the Steam search options. They're really cool, especially when you find something like a genre of a game that you like or something you like about it. And I was just messing around. I didn't know, so I was looking at Stellar Blade, and one of the tags on Stellar Blade was female protagonist. So I just clicked that just to see what else is out there, right? Well, this is on there. Guess how much it is? $60. Digitally, they're wanting you to pay $60 for Assassin's Creed Odyssey, a game that is 4 installments at least old, probably close to 10 years old now. And they really want you to pay top dollar, premium price for a game they released way back when. Okay, now I'm not saying at all it's not worth the money. This is the gold version. I bought it and it came with all the DLC and all that. But I refuse to pay $60 for a game like that. That's that old. You know, you shouldn't have to. So that's the thing, is that Ubisoft wants complete control over having that game. Now I own this copy of this game. I don't know if there's any lockouts on this. I haven't tried to play it in a while. I probably should to see what would happen. But they really want control of the market so they can control the pricing. There's no reason Assassin's Creed Odyssey should still be $60. None. You can walk into a used game store. You can walk into the evil empire known as GameStop. You can walk into a pawn shop and find it, and you'll probably pay about $20 or less for it, right? Not on Steam. Why is that? Because they have control of the Steam marketplace. They have control of pricing in Steam. They have complete control of all digital distribution. So as long as physical copies out there exist, they cannot keep the prices of old games artificially high, because everything goes down in price. It's just all there is to it. So they're wanting to charge you just as much for Assassin's Creed Odyssey as it was from the day it came out, even though it's almost a decade old. That makes no sense. But censorship has been a hot topic lately, right? And the payment with Visa and MasterCard, and that dingbat down in Australia wanting to make sure that no one can play adult games, buy adult games with Visa or MasterCard. And she's an idiot, but and I don't. To me, I don't care. I mean, as far as I don't. Have I played some adult-ish games? Yeah, I'm playing Persona right now. There's some adult themes in that, even though it's Japanese high school students. I own Thousand Arms. That was a dating sim on the PlayStation 1. Mass Effect we're going to get to Mass Effect here in a second. Mass Effect has got some adult themes in it. There are adult games out there with adult themes in them, right? Now, I don't go on to Steam or GOG or any of those places and just go, oh my God, this chick is hot. Let me download this so I can try to date her. No, that's not what I do. And I know there's a lot of games out there that are like that. And that is the business of people who buy them, the people who make them. As far as I'm concerned, it's none of my business. People can play whatever they want. They can do whatever they want. As long as they don't hurt anybody or themselves, I don't really care. So in the case of Mass Effect here, this is Mass Effect Legendary Edition. This was released on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. It's a high-definition remaster of the original trilogy, okay? Quite frankly, it's not that. They also decided they needed to change some stuff narratively and visually in this game, okay? First of all, high definition exists with the original version as well, but we're going to get to that. That's why the whole thing about an HD remaster is nothing but bullshit, okay? But in this case, they decided that in Mass Effect 2, this one, there was too many shots of Miranda's ass. So when they put this out, this version of the game, you can plug it into your Xbox 360 or your right now or your PlayStation 3 and play it, and you can see it in all of its glory, right? And they made it that way. They made her that way, and it was part of her character. And I mean, if you want to say, well, does it really add anything to the game? No, it doesn't. And does it bother me that I can't see Miranda's ass anymore? No, not really. But it does create the slippery slope of censorship. That if it wasn't for this, you wouldn't have access to the original versions of the game because it's all been replaced by this, right? And I'm just using Miranda's ass as an example because that's what they took out of Mass Effect 2 in the Legendary Edition. Is they decided that they couldn't have men looking at a fake woman's ass. Instead, they wanted to make sure that they removed it because, God forbid, a guy finds something attractive about a fake female character, right? A made-up character. Because you can't objectify fake women. Only in 2025 can we have it to where you can only objectify real women. That's the only way you can do it. You can't do anything fake. It has to be done with real women, and you have to pay to join their websites for that. That's the other thing they want to do is they want to have control of the narrative. They want to have control of what you see and control of what you play. And if you think what I'm saying is like, well, this is just you're kind of exaggerating here, I'm not, because Mass Effect is a great example of that they took out the shots of Miranda's ass. No, it didn't break the game or anything like that. It doesn't matter in the long run. It's just whatever. But what's going to stop them from doing that again? What if they decide, like if they remaster Mass Effect again for, let's just say, 4K or 8K? I have an 8K TV. That they go, that whole quest line with the alien that made the disease to keep all the other aliens sterile, maybe that was not a great thing to do. Maybe we should take that out of there and do something. It creates the idea that they can do whatever they want and take away the original vision of the artwork, of the art of the game that was originally made. They can take it and change it completely, and you'd never know the difference because you have no frame of reference to go back to. Right? So I wouldn't be surprised if a bunch of kids didn't even know that this game exists. Some of your younger millennials and Gen Zers out there have nothing to know about this game at all. And that's fine. I'm not saying it's the best thing since sliced bread, right? I mean, it's a fine game. It's fun. But I wouldn't say this is like, you're really missing out. But there's a whole ton of games out there that are not available in their form, original form, because of the fact that there's digital distribution. And then on top of it, they want to take things out of it, and they're going to still charge you premium price for it. So if you want to know why I believe in physical media and why I continue to support consoles, that's it right there. Is I know that I'm going to, when I purchase the game, I'm going to own the game, at least for now. I know Nintendo's doing some shady shit with that. I'm sure because Nintendo's going to do it, Microsoft and Sony are going to do the same thing because they're the biggest Me Too. Yeah, we could do that too. That's coming. I know it's coming. But overall, that's just how I am. Is I want to preserve the games that they bring out in their original format, the way that they were meant to be played, and I want to make sure that they don't subject modern day BS into something that I want to play. I want to play. Hell, James Bond, right? How many times? Right now, we don't know who the new James Bond is going to be in the movies, but what have we been hearing? What have been the demands from these people who don't really care, but they care because they're just trying to stir up some shit? Well, we can't have Sir Sean in it because Sir Sean had some a checkered private life with his wife. He said some things that I don't ever would agree with or sign off on. That's right. I've said some things that I shouldn't have. Well, we can't have him in the game, so let's replace him with who's the current James Bond, and that's happened too. When they remade GoldenEye, they put Daniel Craig in it. They took out Pierce Brosnan and put in Daniel Craig. So they can do that, and you'll never be the wiser if you don't have any idea about the games when they first came out. So that's really what I wanted to say, and what I really believe is as to why and it has nothing to do with Miranda's ass. It's got nothing to do with adult games or anything like that. It's just I'm anti-censorship, and I'm anti-letting the gaming market, the gaming publishers dictate to me what the market will yield for a game that they think might be worth more than it actually is. Okay, quite honestly, because again, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a great game. I love it. It really is. But in 2025, I wouldn't pay $60 for it because it's been out for too long. Hell, I wouldn't pay $60 for the new Assassin's Creed. But that's just really what I wanted to say, because I've had people ask me before why I don't migrate over to PC, why I'm so big into console collecting, and why I have a massive game collection I've been doing for over 40 years. And I like to have the preservation, I like to have the collection, and at the same time, and believe me, when I first started collecting games, I never thought in a million years that publishers would be doing things digitally. I never thought there would be censorship in games. That stuff didn't even cross my mind. But now that we are in the 2020s, I realize that what I'm doing, what I've done over the last 40 years is important. And every game collector out there, every one of you guys and gals that has a massive game collection, you're preserving the past, and it's important that there's preservation of games in their original format and their original intent from the original developers of the game. So that's really what I want to talk about today, guys. I've been seeing a lot of stuff lately about censorship in games, and I just really wanted to get that off my chest and let you guys know why I feel the way I feel about consoles and why I feel the way I feel about physical media. And again, I know I'm a dinosaur. I know I am a pebble in the river. I'm not going to be able to stop the water as being a pebble. I know that eventually, if I'm going to continue gaming, I'm not going to have a choice but to go to digital, because I wouldn't be surprised if the next generation of consoles was all digital. I wouldn't be surprised at all. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I won't continue to support and fight for physical media, because I will. I totally believe in it. I totally believe in that, keeping that, and I totally believe in keeping game publishers in check when it comes to their frickin' pricing. So that's just how I feel about it. So thanks for listening, guys. I do appreciate it. I'll see you guys when I'm streaming this next week, and we'll make another Enigma stuff video next week. And if you like this video, please subscribe. Click that subscribe button. Smash that like. Let people know that I'm here. If you like these kind of videos, I'll continue making my observation videos like this on the market if you want me to. But I need to know you guys like it. Okay. So thanks so much for listening, and I will see you guys this next week.